somebody read this verse in the meantime? Nana Shastra? Can somebody volunteer?
Prabhuji, may I?
You have to sing also in melody. Can you sing in a melody? Nana Shastra. Okay, Kishori Laka. Uh, will her give her a chance? Yeah, just recite this verse. I'll no. Give me 1 minute then. I'll come back in a minute. Just a minute.
Huh? Nana.
Okay, Hare Krishna. So, yes, Kishori Laka Mataji, let us sing Nana Shastra Vipchar Aneka. Different verse.
नाना शास्त्र विचालित निपुनो सद्धर्म संस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मन्यो शरण्यतरो राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजनन्दीन मतालिको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुधो श्रीजीवदो पालतो.
Read the meaning also.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Radhanath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Radhanath Das Goswami, Sri Ji Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing internal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna.
Good. Let us have the invocation prayers to Prabhupada and we'll start the class day after. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let us start with a quiz again of the chapter 3rd and chapter 4th. May I have this fortune of seeing all the devotees online with their camera on? I can see devotees, quite number of devotees are there for the first time. No, at least I'm seeing few devotees are here for the first time, maybe or very few times in this class, whatever is it. So I request devotees if they can turn on the camera and let us have a quiz. Sagar Khatrani, and perhaps I'm seeing you first time. And Seemal Sindhu is okay, they were there before. Okay, so I hope you have done studies with your chapter 3rd and chapter 4th. You've revised your chapter 3rd and 4th. So far we have finished chapter 4th until chapter 4th, right? So can I choose anyone for my question or you will raise hands? What do you say? Should it be like random pickup or you will raise hand?
Raise hand, I think it will be better.
It's just a suggestion, not it's not that I'm going to follow you. It's just a suggestion.
So it's a suggestion, of course. I'm not able to give you anything.
Okay. For me, raising hand is like more sensation and that surprising element is that gives a subtle pleasure for a teacher. Anyhow, so the first question, let me see with a random pickup. Gungun Asudani Mataji, would you like to give a try if I ask you any question from chapter 3rd and 4th, particularly chapter 3rd?
Prabhuji,
There's no
after
negative
from
marking.
first class, I am taking today. Today is my second class. I didn't revise the chapters.
Okay.
So I didn't think
Let's,
so.
if you know, it's a common question. Try it out if you know.
Sure.
Give me the 4 examples of pious people who are approaching Krishna, not the personality, just people. Who are the 4 kinds of pious people who have come and approach Krishna? 4 kinds of pious people who come and approach Krishna. No, okay, no way. Priyachi Mataji. Actually, so okay. Priyachi Mataji, would you give a try?
Ji,
I hope your mic is working now.
Yes, Prabhu.
4 kinds of pious person who come and approach Krishna.
No.
No. Very good. Komal Kundrani Mataji. What do you say? At least turn on your mic. Komal Kundrani Mataji. She is hearing or not? I'm not. I don't know. At least we have some preference. Ria is volunteering for hand raising. Okay. Komal Mataji, are you speaking or not? Should I pass on? It's a basic.
Uji.
Yes, Mataji. 4 kinds of pious people who approach Krishna.
Prabhuji, you are asking neophyte.
I don't know what I'm asking. You tell me the answer.
Gajendra Maharaj Durva, you are asking those or
Which say it again, come again, sorry.
Gajendra Maharaj Durva?
Yeah, but what are the okay? What are the 4 kinds of things that they want from Krishna? 4 kinds of persons, not personality. I said not the personality, the persons. What desire they have. They come and approach Krishna, which desire they have in their mind. What is the intention for Krishna?
Maharaj,
Okay.
Gajendra wants.
You are very close, but not to the question. Let me pass it on then. You think it again. If you have answer, let me know again. So, if you have some clue. I would like to give a chance to someone who has not spoken so far. Seemal Sindhu Mataji. What do you think? Give it a try.
Yes, Prabhuji, जो stressed
Speak
होते
louder
हैं,
first. Speak louder. Close to the mic.
जो stressed होते हैं, जिनको टेंशन होती है, वो जिनको पैसे
Oh.
की जरूरत होती है,
हाँ.
जिनको नॉलेज
Big
चाहिए,
care.
और चौथा मुझे याद नहीं, सॉरी,
Third one is what? तीसरा कौन सा था?
तीसरा नहीं याद, चौथा तो शायद वो था जिनको नॉलेज या वाइस होना
हाँ,
चाहते हैं।
जेको knowledge है. जेके inquisitive थींदो अथई. हाँ. जेके queries थींदी अथई उनखे. And 4th one is okay. Who will say the 4th one?
Prabhuji, I know in
Out of
Sanskrit.
money.
No.
Out
Keep
of
your-
money.
who's saying Ria? Ria, you can turn on your camera. Is that possible? Let me see who are the people I was. Otherwise, I'll go for the next one. So, Ria, what is the 4th one?
Prabhuji, out of money, they approach Krishna.
No, she told only money, distress, money, and inquisitiveness. She only covered 3.
Prabhuji,
of
the
love.
last one is the wise one.
I'm not asking Gungun. I'm not asking anybody. When you have your turn, you speak. Okay? Sorry. Okay.
Prabhuji,
Who's saying? Okay, Kishori Mataji, you say the last one.
Prabhuji,
Who's
I
the
know in
last?
Sanskrit.
Okay.
Artha, Jidyasu, Arthati, and Dhyani.
अरे वाह, कहाँ गए हमारे? Today we have Komal Mataji, Komal Devi, who's writing the names. By the way, Krishna Priya Mataji, are you there to write the names? Because previously we had four or five names. We had Barka Mataji, we had Komal Mataji, you are there? No. So we have Barka Mataji.
Yes,
we have-
Prabhu. Prabhu, she's with me, Komal.
Sorry.
Prabhu, I'm connecting
Damni
in
Mataji. She was Komal Mataji is with Damni Mataji. So, Komal Mataji, will you be able to write it again?
What?
They are sisters. Okay.
जो
So point
बच्चे
is,
जवाब
Yes.
point is,
I'm connecting with my device in 2 minutes.
point is, we had some winners from yesterday and in previous classes as well. So they should get multiple, who are giving like multiple responses. So I think Barka Mataji and Hitika Mataji was there in previous classes. Huh? They had some. Barka Mataji and particularly Hitika Mataji also, I remember. Maybe more, but at least I can remember these 2 names from the previous, not the last one, last classes. So last classes we had 5 winners. Okay, the next question is, goes to Mahek Mataji. Mahek Molani Mataji, right? Where is Mahek Mataji now? Yes. So give me the personalities. who are the pious personalities mentioned in the Bhagavatam or scriptures who approach Krishna with these 4 reasons? Mahek
Prabhuji's
Mataji.
name बताना है.
Personalities. You already have a hint. Somebody hinted before.
The Maharaj, Gajendra.
Dhruv Maharaj for
and,
what? Dhruv Maharaj for what? For what?
Money, for money.
Money, right.
Gajendra for material gain.
Material gain.
For material
Distress.
distress. And Kumara. And the category of wise anti, right? Wise person.
And last
And
one?
I can't remember 4th one.
Okay. Almost you could have won the that gift, almost near to the. Anybody would like to answer the 4 personalities? The question is, you can answer, but we'll not give you any gift for this because it's like 70% is already answered. So yes, try it out still. We can at least clap for you in the class. That's a gift for you.
Okay.
Yes.
Prabhu, question was for people who approached Krishna.
बार-बार question पूछियो होता. Just a minute. Four personalities. जल्दी इतना हेरो time तो.
प्रभु वो अर्था ज्ञानी जिज्ञासु और अर्थार्थी.
Personalities who demonstrated those roles.
गजेंद्र महाराज ध्रुवा कुमारास और नईमन आचार्य.
पढ़ के तो माता जी मैं भी बता दूं सारा.
मतलब मुझे याद थे, एक दो से थोड़ी कंफ्यूज थी.
ठीक है. नत्ते अच्छे नत्ते था ना. दूसरा
भी है ना, आप याद हो जाएंगे.
दूसरा next question, let me see. Now they are eligible candidates for performing devotional service, and they had their qualifications. We discussed yesterday. So what are the qualifications? Or I can make it more interactive, creative also. First, let us see what are the 3 categories of devotees who are eligible candidates for pure devotional service. Now you can raise your hands. Perhaps this is like someone who has not attended may not be able to answer. So you can raise your hands if you know the answer. So Roshni Kumari Mataji, thank you so much for volunteering. Yes, the 3 kinds of eligible candidates, who are they?
कनिष्ठ अधिकारी, मध्यम अधिकारी, उत्तम अधिकारी.
Good, very nice. Good. These are 3. Now, their qualifications are judged on which 2 parameters or criteria, parameters, right? Okay. Nobody else. I'm trying to find someone who has already, who has not spoken yet. They had 2 parameters for judging in terms of one's advancement in devotional service, right? Who is more advanced? There, Madhuri, I mean, we can ask you, but point is, you already have won so many awards in your previous Bhakti Shastri course. Perhaps if we think you can try it out still, or you can hold on. Shobha Mataji is there. Lalwani. I have so many relatives in my. They are Lalwanis.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, उत्तम अधिकारी.
I had so much hope with you. मेरे मुंह से निकलने वाला चरी आए तो. I had so much hope with you. So, Daya Mataji, what are the 2 parameters for the advancement in this 3 categories of devotees? Madhyam. What are 2 main considerations basically? Daya Mataji, what do you say? Then we'll come to Kashish Mataji.
One is their faith on Lord, and other is their spiritual knowledge, scripture knowledge, that they can like convey others. They cannot convey others.
Correct. Now let me ask the most difficult question. Let us see. Most difficult question. It's a difficult question. It was discussed in class, and someone who can tell this will have a special reward for this. What is the faith in this? In these two consideration or knowledge of the scriptures? What is that faith? Someone can define the faith in precise definition of faith. What is the precise definition of faith in consideration of deciding who is more advanced? The scripture and faith. These are two considerations. Let me see who can at least attempt to answer. The precise definition of faith. What is the faith of a Kanishtadhikari? What is the faith of Uttamadhikari? Okay, we have no other volunteer. Okay, we have Varga Mataji, if it's okay, I can give chance to Krishna Priya Mataji. Is it okay? You already have two awards. Krishna Priya Mataji, what is the precise definition of faith which is there in that consideration of Uttamadhikari? Yeah. Precise, one line, just one line. Don't explain.
One line, the only goal is to please Krishna.
Yes, correct.
The faith in that.
The faith has been defined as an objective to please Krishna.
Objective, please Krishna, yes.
Yeah, just to please Krishna. He has full faith in the objective to please Krishna. That is faith, basically. He's clear about his objective that to please Krishna is the goal, is the objective. Okay, now. We have covered this. Before that, can I just see it? Because I'm just speaking random questions. Because I'll ask one more question and then finish for the day. We're on chapter 3, right? It's so long. Okay. Next question. What is the qualification or what is the eligibility for coming to devotional service? Listen it again. What is the eligibility for coming into devotional service? Single, one word answer. One word answer. Let me see who can answer. What is the only eligibility for advancing, for coming into devotional service? Who can make advancement or who is eligible to perform devotional service? Sagar Katrani, Chayo.
I think faith.
Very good. Wrong answer. Roshni Mother, you have given, I think, already one answer. Okay, let's give chance to say.
I think faith.
No. But faith is, I mean, it's a manifestation of faith only, but in some other word. Okay. Kashish Mataji, at least you've been trying so hard.
Yes, Prabhuji. Appreciation or attraction towards Krishna.
Attraction to Krishna. Good. Attraction is the main word.
Yes.
Someone who has an attraction for Krishna is eligible to perform devotional service. Now, filling the blanks. Okay. Attraction to Krishna depends on dash. I'll give you. You have to tell me the Sanskrit word for this. Attraction to Krishna depends on the dash from the previous lifetimes. You have to tell me the Sanskrit. Attraction to Krishna depends on the dash of one's previous lives. Okay, Komal Mataji, you give it a try. Don't give a wrong answer this time. Oh, you had a hand raise up.
प्रभु वो पहले वाले के लिए किया था. Was for the previous one.
I'm surprised Barkha is not there this time, right? It's a difficult question. It's not an easy one. Attraction to Krishna depends on, and this we have discussed so many times in the class. This word we have discussed. So when you come to know, okay, this was a word, okay, yeah, we know it. Daya Mataji, we have no other choice. Tell us the right answer. But no word for you.
Sukurtis.
No. No.
Prabhuji,
It's incomplete.
English.
Yes,
Prabhuji,
Krishna
may I
Priya
tell?
Mataji. Okay, Kishori Mataji, who is that? No. Bhavna Nibwani Mataji. Oh wow, you please tell. We are looking for such people who are hiding.
Depends on association of pure devotees.
Devotees gives what? It's correct answer,
Association.
but Sanskrit word. I'm asking the Sanskrit word. It is Sukriti. But what is the full term? What is called?
I don't know.
Agyat Sukriti.
Yes, Agyat Sukriti. Agyat Sukriti could be of many types, but this is related to Bhakti. Right? Agyat Sukriti. Because of your connection with Agyat, performing Agyat Sukriti, you have that attraction for serving Krishna in this lifetime. And this is obviously by the causes mercy of a devotee. Okay, let me clarify one more thing. Preacher gives dash, you have to fill in English. Preacher gives dash in the form of mercy. Preacher gives dash in the form of mercy, and dash depends on the receiver's end. Let me put it again. Preacher gives dash in the form of mercy, but dash depends on the receiver's end based on his previous activities. That can be added just to give you one more hint. Preacher gives dash in the form of mercy of Krishna, and dash depends on the receiver's end based on his previous Agyat Sukriti or whatever. Most difficult question of the day. So we discussed that concept. Simple word, one English word in both. It's not knowledge, it's nothing. Something else. Okay, let me tell you. The concept of receptivity and opportunity. So preacher is giving opportunity in the form of mercy of Krishna, and receptivity depends on the receiver's and based on his Agyat Sukriti of previous life. How a person will receive the mercy of Krishna, which is in the form of an opportunity for him to, for a preacher. So how he will receive the mercy when you are being preached. So how you will take that mercy, or how quickly you catch devotion service, take up the process of devotion service, depends on one's Agyat Sukriti. So on the concept of opportunity and receptivity. Opportunity is given by a preacher as his causes mercy. He's trying to give you Krishna in the form of maybe holy name, prasadam, in the form of knowledge. Some deities, Maha Nirmalya, garlands, flower, whatever. But the receptivity of the person depends to accept devotion service based on his previous Agyat Sukriti and no Agyat Sukriti. If there is no Agyat Sukriti, he will not be receptive. Or maybe receptive, but he will have a lot of struggles to accept devotion service because this is the first time he's performing devotion service. Usually, Bhakti devotion service is a continual process from previous lifetimes. Okay, so in today's class, we'll discuss about how Bhakti is independent and the purity of Bhakti. There are many processes of self-realizations. Just like you must have read in the first 6 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, the process of Ashtanga Yoga, the Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, process of meditations in the 6 chapters. So they all need some prerequisite qualification to perform those processes. For example, what is the process of performing Ashtanga Yoga? What is the minimum bar for it? What is the minimum bar for Ashtanga Yoga or Jnana Yoga, basically, whatever you can say? Let me check your understanding of 6th chapter. What is the minimum bar for performing Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, or Jnana Yoga? Bhavna Mataji, you want to say something? Okay. Okay. Shobha Lalwani Mataji, can't we see you today?
Prabhuji, actually, there is no light.
Okay.
Answer of this question is maybe to increase concentration to enhance the knowledge.
No. The minimum qualification is that one has to renounce worldly life. He cannot stay at home and perform a Jnana Yoga or Dhyana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga. He has to be sannyasi, basically. It cannot be performed at home. So the different process of self-realization, and they have prerequisite qualification for it. There are some prerequisite for it. For Jnana Yoga, it is like, say, you have to be sannyasi. For Karam Kand, there has to be perfect consideration of place, time, and circumstances. And the all paraphernalia has to be very pure. For Karam Yoga, again, same thing. For consideration of time, place, and all the sacrificial performance has to be very intact. So how Bhakti is independent? So we'll discuss today the Bhakti is independent and how Bhakti is self-purifying process, the purity of Bhakti. So we'll discuss about 3 things. How Bhakti is independent of one's birth. Second, Bhakti is independent of others' purification process. And how Bhakti is independent of Varna Ashram Dharma also, the Varna Ashrams. So this will be part of discussion today, just to give you one synopsis in that sense of our discussion today. The chapter entitles The Purity of Devotional Service. Somebody can read this? Yeah, anybody. I can't see anybody. So whosoever.
We can't see the screen.
Oh, you can't see the screen. Sorry. I need to share the screen. Am I the host, Mataji? Yes, I'm the host. In today's class, we'll divide the group in few members. Then we'll give you some tasks as well for the next homework, tomorrow's class. Yes, please. Can you see the screen now, Barka Mataji?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Rupa Goswami states that devotional service is transcendental to all material considerations and that it is not limited to any particular country, class, society, or circumstance.
So devotional service is open for all. It's not limited to any particular country, class, society, and circumstances. Means anyone from any part of the world, Pakistan, Spain, Europe, America, India, can initiate the process of devotional service. Okay, can you read this, Madhuri? Other blue one and the orange one. Barka Madhuri. Go on with the reading same.
Anyone who is engaged in devotional service is already at the status of being a high-class Brahmin. It is on the basis of his position that anyone can now become a Gaudiya Vaishnava from any part of the world or any part of the universe.
I think one more. Yes, please. The yellow one.
The so-called Brahmins claim that one who is not born into a Brahmin family cannot receive the sacred thread and cannot become a high-grade Vaishnava. But we do not accept such a theory because it is not supported by Rupa Goswami nor by the strength of the various scriptures.
Read the whole pink one also, then I'll summarize everything.
Srila Rupa Goswami specifically mentions herein that every man has the birthright to accept devotional service and to become Krishna conscious. And he has especially quoted one passage from Padma Purana wherein the sage Vashishta tells King Dilip, "My dear king, everyone has the right to execute devotional service."
So basically, Rupa Goswami is now quoting the authoritative verses from the scriptures. This is from the Padma Purana, where there's a discussion between Vashisht and King Dilipa, that everyone has a birthright to execute devotional service. It is not just to be claimed by a few Brahmanas, the sect of the Brahmanas, that only the Brahmanas can perform devotional service, can become high-grade Vaishnava, whatever in that sense. So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was challenged by so-called Brahmanas, and so they had this thought: anybody who's born in the Brahmana family can only become a Brahmana. So Prabhupada used to say, we are producing Brahmanas. Our society is to produce Brahmanas. Brahmana means the head of the society. So there's one more quotation. The Skand Puran in the Kashi Khan portion, where it is said, in the country known as Mayur Dhwaja, the low caste, people who are considered less than Shudras are also initiated in the Vaishnava cult of devotion service. And when they are properly dressed with tilak on their bodies, beads in their hands and on their necks, they appears to be coming from the Vaikuntha. So this is another quotation from the scriptures, Skand Puran. In the country known as Mayur Dhwaja, even the low caste Shudras were, even lower than the Shudras, were initiated into Vaishnava cult, and they became Vaishnava. By the way, Vaishnava is a higher stage than the Brahmanas. Brahmanas still have that, the Satoguna part in that sense, the Brahman effulgence, traditionally speaking, but the Vaishnavas are supposed to have the qualities of Brahmanas. One is called Brahmana, one is called Brahminical. Right? In Krishna consciousness, we have Brahminical training. The training, one who knows the Brahman, he's called Brahmana. And who's Brahman? Brahman is Krishna. One who knows Krishna is a Brahman in that sense, that very definition. And Brahminical lifestyle, the lifestyle of a Brahmana, the cleanliness and worship of the Lord, service to the deities, Brahminical lifestyle. So nobody has a birthright. Everyone has a birthright to be a Brahmana, to engage in devotional service, to serve Krishna. Everyone is a part and parcel of Krishna. Everyone is supposed to serve Krishna as a natural or constitutional duties. Now, second thing, can somebody volunteer to read this?
Hare Krishna. A bona fide spiritual master under the guidance of the authorities can turn anyone to the Vaishnava cult so that naturally he may come to the topmost position of the Brahmana. Srila Rupa Goswami warns, however, that if a person is properly initiated by a bona fide spiritual master, he should not think that simply by the acceptance of such initiation his business is then finished. One still has to follow the rules and regulations very carefully. If after accepting the spiritual master and being initiated, one does not follow the rules and regulations of the devotional service, then he is again fallen.
Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. What is the difference between initiate or a disciple, according to this definition? Somebody has got initiated, he's got initiates. So what is the difference between initiates and the disciples? Yes, Krishna Priya Madhavi.
Prabhuji, initiation basically means the beginning, and the disciples mean the one who follows the instructions of spiritual master. Initiation means one who gets the vows, but the disciple is one who follows that vows.
So basically, one may be initiated but not a disciple, right?
Yes. Till that, if he's not following his Guru Maharaj, he is actually not a disciple.
So it is possible one can be initiated, but not a disciple if he's not following the vows of the spiritual master.
Yes, sir.
And prior to this, we discussed about anybody who's initiating the Vaishnava cult by a proper bona fide spiritual master can become a Vaishnava. So on this definition, on this scriptural injunction, we are creating Vaishnavas or Brahmanas in the world. Even we are Janu, that is also given. So Daya Mataji, you have any question?
Yes, Prabhuji, I have a question. Prabhuji,
Yes.
what is definition of Vaishnava? Who is Vaishnava?
So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was asked by the definition of Vaishnava, there are three incidents. First definition is the basic. Anybody who chants Hare Krishna is a Vaishnava. Second definition is when he met the other person for the second time and he has the same question. Mahaprabhu replied, anybody who is always chanting in the name of Krishna is a Vaishnava. And third time, this is advanced devotee. Third, Mahaprabhu replied the third time, anybody who makes other reminder of Krishna, that is a Vaishnava. So these are the Vaishnavas in different categories. One who starts chanting is a devotee. Anybody who's chanting is considered devotee. But who's very serious in chanting is a more advanced devotee. And who can make other chant also by his own very presence. We discussed, the potency of a preacher is judged in that sense, can be seen by how much he can impact the environment by his just presence. Or in a simpler word, you can say, how much potency you have as a preacher is when someone talks to you, what impression of Krishna consciousness he gets just by speaking to you. So that is a potency of Vaishnava. Okay, somebody has another question, or we will go forward. So far, we have covered the birthright. So Bhakti is independent of birth, irrespective if someone is born in Africa or remotest part in Cuba, Caribbean seas, whatever. They are eligible to perform devotional service. Krishna Priyamanandi, yes.
Prabhu, I have
Okay.
one confusion. As you mentioned, the definition of Vaishnava, it basically we can see is on the basis of Kanishta, Madhyam, and Uttam, because Kanishta means they sometimes chant, sometimes don't chant. So, and Madhyam is they are always chanting, and Uttam is the one who's. But you also mentioned the term Brahmanical. We do gift training. So, and you said that Vaishnava is more than a Brahmana. But in some lectures, Prabhupada says that even I have read some letters, Prabhupada said we are Shudras by birth. So then why it is important for us to get that Brahmanical training, which eventually lead us to get Brahman initiation?
The basic injunction is Kalo Shudra Sambhava. And what's a full verse? Kalo Shudra, that's the last line of the verse. How does the verse start this? Can you find this verse on the Google? I just forgot the other three parts. Kalo Shudra Sambhava. Everyone is born Shudra, but by training one can become Brahmana. So Brahmana basically means here, before one becomes Vaishnava, comes to the stage of Vaishnava, he has to develop Satoguna. He comes to the level of Brahmana. Then he transcends more. You know the difference between Vishuddha Sattva and Satoguna?
Yes, Prabhu.
So Vaishnava is a
Yes.
stage on the Vishuddha Sattva. In Satoguna, there's still some tinge of passion and ignorance, right? It's not pure Satoguna when we talk about mode of goodness. There's still a tinge of passion and ignorance. When it is called pure goodness, it is actually a Vaishnava stage, Vishuddha Sattva, on which we can understand the Lord. We can have realization of the Lord. We can see the Lord on the Vishuddha Sattva platform. So that's how the differentiate the Vaishnava and the Brahmanas. So Vaishnavas are more advanced. You can say the post-graduation thing of Brahmanas is the Vaishnava. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Now let us discuss the second part. So far we have discussed the birth. Birth is not the consideration for devotional service. Now let us discuss the purity. That's a Vedic tradition when someone has done some misdeeds or some sinful activities. She has to go through some atonement, some prashita, to atone for his sin. But in devotional service, let us see what Rup Goswami has to say. Can you read, Mataji?
Prabhuji, Screen is not sharing.
I shared the screen.
Yes, we can see the screen.
Krishna Bhimandi, can you read this?
Shri Rupa Goswami also says that if one is regularly discharging devotional service, there will be no question of fall down. But even if circumstantially there is some fall down, the Vaishnava need have nothing to do with prayashchitta, the ritualistic ceremony for the purification. If someone falls down from the principles of devotional service, he need he need not to take the prayashchitta performances for reformation. He simply has to execute the rules and regulations for discharging devotional service, and this is sufficient for his reinstatement. This is the mystery of Vaishnava devotional cult.
So we are coming to the second point, the purity. Not that in devotional service we have to take external help, extraneous help for getting the purity. The devotional service itself is pure, is capable of making you pure, even if you fall down. There's one pastime. One time, Prabhupada was giving a lecture, and he mentioned in the class, Maya cannot touch me. Maya cannot touch me. And often he used to tell his disciple, I have one complaint with my disciples that they're not sufficient afraid of Maya. So after the class, Prabhupada went up to the deities and was praying. And it so happened one disciple was standing close by Prabhupada. And he asked Prabhupada, what are you praying? Prabhupada said, I'm praying that I may not fall into Maya. And he was kind of confused. Prabhupada, you just said you'll never fall into Maya, and now you're praying that I may not fall into Maya to Krishna. So Prabhupada, this is a secret. This is a mystery. If you daily pray to Krishna that I may not fall into Maya, you will never fall into Maya. If you become conscious. One time a devotee asked, Prabhupada, I think I'm becoming more and more Krishna conscious. Prabhupada said, this is Maya consciousness. The more one feels I'm in Maya, is more Krishna conscious. It's a vice versa. So point is, the Rupa Goswami says, if one is regularly discharging devotional service, this is very important. There'll be no question of a fall down. We have heard about Bharat Maharaj, right? The case of Bharat Maharaj. He fell down. He left his kingdom, family members, children's, all resources, but he became attached to a deer later in his life. And he was performing meditation in a sacred place and there's a place called near to the Gandaki River in Nepal. Pulasa Ashram, that's a place exactly. And he became attached to a deer. Prabhupada writes the exact reason that why did he become slack in devotional service. Prabhupada writes somewhere that he became willful complacent. So the point here is, if we become slack in our devotional service in terms of performing, hearing, chanting, doing regular sadhana, then there'll be a danger of fall down. If you're regularly doing your sadhana, hearing, chanting, and whatever you are recommended according to your stage, there'll be no question of a fall down. But even if you are very sincere, still, even if circumstantially there may be some fall down, the Vaishnava have nothing to do with the prayashchit. Just keep performing the process of devotion service, and Krishna will rectify. There's one more purport, I think, in the end, which Krishna will within. I'll come to this portion again. But this is important. Yeah. Krishna Bhimandi, can you read this? In case of fall down.
By chance or mistake, he does something which is forbidden, there is no need for him to perform any purificatory ceremonies because the Lord is situated within his heart. He takes compassion for the devotee's accidental mistake and corrects him from within. It is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita in many places that the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna takes a special interest in his devotees and declares emphatically that nothing can cause his devotees to fall down. He is always protecting them.
So Krishna is always protecting his devotees, And he emphatically declares in the Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna is within the heart of, see, so many things Prabhupada is writing. Krishna is within the heart of all the devotees, within everyone. And he takes special compassion for the devotees' accidental mistakes. So this is for accidental mistakes. Prabhupada says, Krishna may forgive you once, twice, not thrice. He can forgive any number of times, obviously, as long as the mistakes are accidental. It's not conscious mistakes, That's a grievous offense. And I can get myself purified by chanting the holy name. I can continue to sin also. That's a grievous offense, heaviest offense. So this is for the accidental. Krishna is within the heart. Now, so far we have done the purity part, right? And this is the portion. Now, there is no Varnashram consideration. Varnas and ashram. Have you read that quote in your life? Let me see. That if you are a brahmachari, it's a famous quote. If you're a brahmachari, there's 75% of the chances are there you will go back to Godhead. Have you read that quote somewhere? It's one of the famous quotes. It is said, it is quoted by Prabhupada, but there's no reference to it. So the third consideration, so far we have done, the bhakti is independent of birth. The bhakti is independent of any purificatory process. The bhakti itself is a purifying process. And the third thing now, the Varnashram consideration. Varnashram means what? It is not required for bhakti for one to be brahmachari, dasta, sannyas, and anybody can follow any process in that sense, in any way. Obviously, one can choose to be a brahmachari, grahastha, whatever. Or one can choose any profession. One can be brahmana, shudra, kshatriya, and vaishya. There are 4 varnas, 4 ashrams, right? What are the 4 ashrams? Chaturvarn maya shristam. What are the 4 ashrams?
Brahmacharya, Grasta, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas.
Sannyas. What are the 4 varnas? Sorry?
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra.
Bhakti doesn't depend on this. So there's a special quote which is as I just told. 75% chances are there if you're a brahmachari. And when we used to get our brahmachari training almost like 20 years back, so this was like one of the quotes on the top. If you're a brahmachari, you'll go back to God. 75% chances are there you go back to God. It means vice versa. If you're a grahastha, then only 25% chances are there you'll go back to Krishna in this very lifetime. So much depressing for the grahasthas. But Prabhupada has always described ashram as a spiritual order where you perform worship to Krishna. In any ashram, one can achieve Krishna, irrespective whether one is brahmachari or grahastha. I know my brahmachari life. It's not, obviously it is helpful in some way, but it is not all in all. One can be a sincere grahastha, performing devotion service to Krishna, and go back to God. Raising children is a devotion service. Training your children is a devotion service. So everything is a service to Krishna. Even managing household chores, everything is devotion service to Krishna. Okay. Now one thing is, I was trying to inspire someone to preach, and some people have this conception also. When I'll get purified, then I'll take up devotion service, right? When I'll get purified, then I'll give classes sometime. Although they can still give classes. Or for someone, when I'll have sufficient purification, then I'll take up chanting or whatever. But I don't feel myself purified to chant rounds, to read Bhagavatam. I'm not so purified. Some people complained. I have so many dirty desires, so I think I can't touch Bhagavad Gita even. So the devotion service is independent of all such impurities. Even if you're impurest of the impure person, you can still initiate the process of devotion service. Anybody from any part of the world, however, what's the verse? Tivrena bhakti yogena yoge jajeta purusham param. Akamo sarva kamo va moksha kamo daradhi. Whether you have a lot of desires or no desires, the Vrena Bhakti Yogina, one should take up the process of devotion service. It is independent. The process itself is purifying. It's supposed to make you pure. Okay. Now let us discuss the next part, Varnashram, and then we'll divide the class into groups, and then there'll be homework, some presentation, some preparation today, and we hope to cover something tomorrow. Yes. Can somebody else read?
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
My
Madhuri.
dear king, if someone gives up his occupational duties as they are prescribed for the different varnas and ashrams, but takes complete shelter, surrendering himself unto the lotus feet of the Lord, such a person is no more a debtor, nor has he any obligation to perform the different kinds of activities we render to the great Sikhs, ancestors, living entities, and family and society members. Nor has he any need to bother executing the 5 kinds of yagnas, sacrifices for becoming free from sinful contamination. Simply by discharging devotional service, he is freed from all kinds of obligations.
I'll ask you to read one more, and then we'll summarize. Yes, please. This one.
But by the one stroke of devotional service, if someone gives up all obligations and simply surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is no longer a debtor nor obliged to any other source of benefit.
Okay, good. This we have done. Prabhupada has explained before, there are many kinds of debts on us, on every living entities. Primarily, there are 3 kinds of debts we have, which we are supposed to pay in human form of life. Because we have taken that facility from these three persons or bodies of person. First is sages and saints. And they have given us this knowledge of scriptures. So we have a debt to them. We are supposed to repay the debt. Second is our forefathers. Through them we have got this body, human form of life. And we are supposed to repay our debts for gaining this human body from them. And that's how we have a Pindadan, right? That's how the process of Pindadan is here. Because we have got this body from them, and we're supposed to repay the debts, and we offer prasadam to the forefathers. And there's another form of debt. Debt from the general public, general personalities, like, there could be some national leaders who has fought for his country, and saved the countries in that darkest hour, whatever. So there are general people who are helping us with many facilities, inventions, scientific inventions. Through them, our life is comfortable. So we are indebted to them also, indebted to them as well. So simply by performing devotional service, so a person in general is a debtor to many persons, sages and saints, to forefathers, to great personalities in general who have helped us in scientific discoveries, making things easy for us to use. So many ways. So simply by performing devotional service, one can be relieved. Suppose if there is a debt, suppose somebody is not performing devotional service, what will happen? What are the ramifications, repercussions, consequences? What will happen? If you don't pay the debt, what will happen? You remain indebted. As long as you are indebted, you will take God to repay the debt. And there's a sinful reaction for not paying the debt as well. So that's a vicious cycle of not paying the debt, and it's recurring again and again. The debt. Suppose if you don't pay the debt, what will happen? Interest will make the debt more heavier, right? Similar. So simply by devotion service, all that's to the saints and sages who have given us this knowledge, forefathers, and for greatest personality that we have so far is for their debts to repay it simply by performing devotional service to Krishna. This is what Prabhupada is trying to convey, and Rupa Goswami is. So bhakti is independent of birth. So far we discussed. The bhakti is independent of varnashram consideration. One can be brahmachari, one can be brahmachari. It's one's choice. Basically, where one feels himself strong to perform his devotional service and fight Maya as well. And the third is bhakti doesn't need any extraneous purification ceremony to get it pure. The bhakti itself is a purifying process. There's a one famous story in Ramayana. When Lord Rama had to cross the bridge, right? So everyone had to carry big rocks of stones, and they had to throw in the ocean to make that bridge. And the stones were floating. They had that technology. It so happened that one squirrel, she also happened to see the Ram mission is going on. She got excited to serve in the Lord Ram's mission, making that bridge. You know this story? You know this story? Okay. No.
I know this story.
And she was throwing little sand pebbles into the ocean. And seeing the little effort of this squirrel, Hanuman was laughing, what this squirrel and pebbles and sand, will make a difference. It's not of any use. And when Lord Rama saw that Hanuman was laughing at the squirrel, so he picked the squirrel in his hand and kept on the same level on the face, like with Hanuman, and told, my service, this squirrel, she's serving with her own capacity, whatever capacity I've given to her, and she's using that all best capacity to serve me. And you're also doing the same. For me, both devotion service there are same. So one principle is devotion service is also absolute. Somebody may be cleaning the temple, and somebody may be giving big lectures in front of your Friday class center, 400 people, making people excited for devotion service. Both are on the same level in the eyes of the Lord. He doesn't see he's cleaning the temple or is giving lecture. Because devotion service is performed for whom? For Krishna. It is not to be judged by, it is not the parameters are given by others. Oh, he's a big devotee. He's not a big devotee. If somebody has a heart, that clean heart to serve Krishna, is accepted by Krishna himself. His devotion service is accepted by Krishna. So the point is, devotion service is absolute. Absolute in the sense, as long as a person is trying to serve Krishna, the external activities may be different, but the intention is accepted by the Krishna. So just like a squirrel and Hanuman's, Lord Rama compared both devotion service as equal. Hanuman's a big devotee. Squirrel she just happened to see Ram in the course of his mission of making bridge. But both services are equally parallel. Okay, now let us go for the next chapter, and then I'll show you one slides, and then we'll split you into groups, and you can have some discussion now. And by that way, we can cover at least 2 chapters tomorrow, by tomorrow at least. So lesson 6. So far we have done, explain the eligibility of accepting, practicing, advancing devotion, Vedic sadhana bhakti. We have covered this independent nature of pure devotion service. And then let us come to this part. So we'll now cover the 64 items of sadhana bhakti from the chapter 6 to 13. Chapter 14 onwards, I think on 3rd, perhaps, Krishna Priyamanandi knows. Atul Krishna Prabhu will continue with the 14th chapter. We'll try to cover 7th or 8th chapter until tomorrow. And the rest of the chapter maybe, I think, will be covered by His Grace Bimla Prasad Prabhu later after Atul Kishpu completes his chapters from 14 to 19. Thereafter, we'll cover 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 13 chapter. So in the chapter 6, I don't know why we can't see anything. Everything is grouped. Oh, there's no division. Can you see something on the screen? Something is written.
Only the
Yes,
purple
Prabhu.
boxes.
Only
Blank.
the boxes are empty.
Empty. Yeah, no, they were filled earlier. Let me try with
Prabhu, try to close and reopen it.
Okay, good. No, it didn't work. Now let me go with the. Let me show you the diagram. The point is, I have to search so much. Just give me a minute. Which chapter is it? No. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah, this is the chapter, right? Can you see now? What is the definition of sadhana bhakti we discussed in the chapter 2? The basic definition of sadhana bhakti? What is the definition of sadhana bhakti?
Engaging our
mind and
Krishna.
senses in service of Krishna.
Engaging our senses in service to Krishna. So now Rupa Goswami will give us how to the limbs of devotion service, the items in which we can engage ourselves in devotion service. So the 64 items of sadhana bhakti, and today we'll split the group into 7 or 6. We'll see. I think it's 7, and we'll cover the 20 items we'll discuss in the next class. But in the meantime, we'll prepare for the class. You have to give a presentation. I'll explain those things. So basically, out of 64, 20 items are of primary importance, of which first 10 are to accept and other activities to avoid in the next 10. And then 44 additional. So let us start the discussion. Can somebody read this?
Hare Krishna. The purport of this statement is that Srila Rupa Goswami proposes to mention only basic principles, no details. For example, a basic principle is that one has to accept a spiritual master. Exactly how one follows the instructions of his spiritual master is considered a detail. For example, if one is following the instruction of his spiritual master and that instruction is different from the instructions of another spiritual master, this is called detailed information. But the basic principle of acceptance of a spiritual master is good everywhere. Although the details may be different, Srila Rupa Goswami does not wish to enter into details here, but wants to place before us only the principles.
So Rupa Goswami is just mentioning the 64 principles. Details he will mention later on. And there can be many details. Some details he will mention in the further chapters. And I think in the beginning, if any of our devotee observes the above mentioned 10 principles, surely he will quickly make good advancement in devotional service. Now, just quickly, let me go through. With 1 or 2 quotes of Srila Prabhupada to summarize, then we'll divide the class. So since we could not see this slide, we can go forward. And this we have read already. Yes, please, somebody can read this.
Out of the 20, the first 3, namely accepting the shelter of a bona fide spiritual master, taking initiation from him, and serving him with respect and reverence, are the most important.
So first 3 items will be very important. They are the most important. So now this is your task. We'll divide the group into 7. And so you will be given some qualities, some principles. And in chapter 7, and I think 8 also. Let me see, 8 also. Chapter 7 and 8, at least chapter 7, there'll be description of some of the elaboration on some of the principles. So in your group, you discuss and tell us the important points of that elaboration. Okay,
Prabhuji, what we have to discuss?
I'll tell you. So Mataji, this will be the group just for Krishna Priya Mataji, then I'll close the screen. So you can write this verse, group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 accordingly. So until 18 principles we'll cover in class, thereafter we'll see. So this is how we're going to divide the groups. First 3 quality to one group, 4 to 6 to next group. Can you note it down, Madhuri, Krishna Priya Madhuri? Are you there, Madhuri?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Have you noted down?
Yes, Prabhu.
Amazing. You're not responding. So now so much I've spoken. Now let me hear from you. Now it's your chance to speak, and then I'll hear and summarize, obviously. So I don't know who are.
Prabhuji, so sorry.
Yes,
I just would like to request you, can you repeat it once for all the students? Because I know
I'll tell you.
last
I'll
time,
tell you.
yes.
I'll tell you.
Otherwise, they will be leaving the
Now,
groups.
now we'll divide the group into 7, and perhaps we'll give you some time today also for discussion. And maybe tomorrow also at your own leisure time, sometime, take out some time so that you can have some discussion among your group members. And one of the group member will present for 3 minutes the essential points of discussion from your task, right? So task is the qualities, basically 1 to 3 is group number 1 and 4 to 6 group number 2. So in chapter 7, there will be elaboration on those qualities. So you read that first 6 chapters. In the 6th chapter, only the principles are given. And in 7th chapter, the elaboration on the principles is given. So you find the important points, share your reflection. How is it important? And you have 3 minutes. That is the maximum time to summarize your all important points. Got it? So basically, you'll be given some qualities, and you have to read on that and prepare your important points. This is very simple, as simple as this. You'll have some qualities. You'll be given some qualities. You read on that and prepare some important points. Share with your reflection on the same. Okay, done. So how are you gonna divide, Mataji?
Well, if you want, you can do it. Otherwise, I'll just make the
You
rooms.
divide according to you. You divide according to you. So we'll have to have 7 groups. So how many there are? Students total?
We are having 27
26.
students.
26 we have,
26.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So according in one of the group, maybe there can be more. If it is 27, divide by 7. I mean, how would you? Maybe 1 or 2 candidate could be extra in one of the groups. It's okay. Somewhere 3 or somewhere 4, like that. No? 7 into 27 into 4. So it's 4 into 27. So maybe somewhere 3, somewhere 4. That you have your discretion. So you can start discussing according to your groups. You can divide the groups now, and they can join the groups. Right?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You can create the breakouts room now only.
I have did it. Now, you students, you all have to join the rooms.
They'll be given their choice, right? I'm in the group
Yes.
number 1.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
And you have to present it tomorrow. Discuss the main points. Present it tomorrow. You choose one of the group member as your representative to speak. I think you'll be given an option to choose group number 1, 2, 3. So that's your group numbers. And these are your members. And I'll show you, once you're done, I'll show you the qualities for all the groups, right? Say group number 1, 1 to 3. Group number 2, 4 to 6. Right? I'll show you the qualities now. So this is the screen sharing. or you can send the screen into WhatsApp group as well. I'll send you this PPTs, or not PPTs, this one shot. You can send in the WhatsApp group as well. Can you all see this group? Yes, you can all see these groups. So you'll be given a group and you must know the numbers of qualities in your groups. I think there are only 3 qualities, Somewhere 2, 3. Somewhere just 1 quality only. Mainly there are 3 qualities, but for group number 7, they have only 1 quality. Because their elaboration might be a little more. It's sufficient for 1. So Krishna Priya Mataji, I hope you're doing the work.
Yes, Prabhu, I'm doing the work, but I'm waiting for the students. They are not joining it. Like still, many
Or
students are.
they are simply on with their videos, or off with their videos, and they're not there in the class, right?
I don't know, but they are not joining it.
We did not get the option of joining the groups.
For this presentation, I invite even someone might have missed the class, but this is like new thing happening. It's a completely new thing. So people, those who are not there in earlier classes, can also join.
Kashish Mataji, it's up to you. Whatever group you want to join, you can join. It's your wish.
At least we need to give you groups today so that you can start joining and have some time tomorrow, maybe on call, WhatsApp call, wherever. Read your sections and discuss, and choose one of your representatives who can present on your group behalf, on behalf of your group life. So, Mother, you also join one of the group because you can help other devotees to learn. Today, there's no more speaking.
Prabhuji, which group we have to join?
I'm also confused. You have to ask Krishna Priya Mataji.
और कृष्ण प्रिया माता जी, ये कैसे पता चलेगा कि मेरे ग्रुप में कौन कौन है या मैं किस ग्रुप में हूँ?
Ideally, when you create a breakout room, you just have to press admit, right? It is automatically done. So there, Mataji, what has been done? I'm confused. What she's doing?
Prabhuji, there has been joint room, but in that, like, एक में जो है ना 5 लोग चले गए रूम 1 में, रूम 2 में 4 चले गए, रूम 3 में 3 चले गए और रूम 4 में 4 चले गए.
Can you ask? I'll ask Krishna Priya Mataji. Just be on hold. I think
I
she
can
has
call
not created.
from my phone.
You call because she has not evenly created that group otherwise, right? Because every person gets the group number invitation, right? You join group number 1. So like that, you create breakout room.
That's the other way.
सारे ऐसे ऑप्शंस पे दे दिए हैं. अब मैं जिसको क्लिक करूँ ना, मैं ग्रुप को ज्वाइन कर सकती हूँ. फिर मेरी मीटिंग जो है ना वो लीव हो जा रही है, इसीलिए तो सारे बंदे चले गए. 9 पार्टिसिपेंट बचे हैं.
So you ask them break all the groups and let have all the audience. So with names will tell the devotees. Break all the rooms. I think it's not evenly done now. Bring all the devotees back. Bring all the devotees back. I think it's not done properly. Bring all the devotees back. Aishwarya Mataji. Who is Aishwarya Mataji? Devotees became confused actually. Just be waited. Let everyone to come, and then we'll give you the groups here in the class itself.
Prabhuji, Krishna Priya is saying that they are not understanding the concept of a breakout room. Everyone is joining the same.
Okay. So point is break the rooms, break all the breakout rooms, bring them here. Right? Bring them everyone here.
Okay.
Bring them here. When everyone is back, let me know. Just wait for everyone to come back. Now we'll divide the groups here in the class only, and you can discuss, read amongst your group members, share your contact numbers, and then come prepared for the class tomorrow. There's a one-page section you have to read, all of you. Just 1 or 2 page section. It's not a big task.
Prabhuji, she's coming.
She's coming.
हाँ.
प्रभु जी सारे बच्चे एक 4-6 बच्चे के ग्रुप में घुस के हैं और मुझे उनको remove.
Okay. Break all the breakout rooms. Bring everyone here. I'll tell you the task again. We'll divide the groups here, right? You need to write and inform in the group, right? Sorry, the WhatsApp group. Okay. So group number 1.
Yes, Prabhu.
Aishwarya, Barkha, and Beena.
Okay.
Okay. Is that okay? You're in the same group. Group number 1.
Prabhuji,
Huh.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Then what was that breakout room for?
No, you forget all the breakout rooms. Forget. That didn't work. We tried, that didn't work. Forget our previous instruction. This is a new instruction. No, this is new instruction. This is a new group we are forming now. Because everyone got confused. I don't know. Breakout room is usually easier to do. Everyone gets to know, but for the time being, leave this breakout rooms. So group number 1, Aishwarya, Barkha, and Beena Kumari, right? Done. This is your group number 1. Group number 2, Aruna Kumari, Bhavna Nebwani, and I think we can give Gungun there. Group number 2. So your verse is 4 to 6. Group number 1, 1 to 3 verse. Not verse, first 3 qualities or 3 principles. Sorry. Group number 1, first to 3 principles. 4 to 6. Group number 2, Gungun, Bhavna, and Aruna. Group 3, we can keep. Oh, Krishna. So we can keep. I can see Hitika Mataji, Daya Mataji, and we can keep Komal Mataji. Group number 3.
We
and
have
your
2 Komals, Prabhuji. We have Komal
I can see
Devi and
Komal Devi.
Komal Kundanani.
Komal Devi.
Okay.
So your lessons are. Let me see your lessons. 7 to 9 principles. And now I can see Krishna Priya Mataji, Kashish Thanani Mataji, and there's no boys here. There are no boys here. Katarani.
Sagar Katrani Prabhu and Jatin Prabhu was here.
Sundar Prabhu was there. Jatin and
But Prabhuji,
Katarani
they
was.
leave.
They left.
They all leave.
So Krishna Priya Mataji, Kashish Mataji, and Sagar Prabhu, right? You can form one group. Then we have Jaya Kumari Mataji. We have, and who else there? Kishori Mataji and Komal Kundanani Mataji. Your group is number 4.
5. 4, okay. 6 बच्चे.
Is it group 4 or 5?
Is it group 4? Is it group 5, Prabhu? For these
Group
3,
5.
that Komal.
For group 4, 10 to 12 principles. Group 5, 13 to 15. Group 5 is again. Who is the group 5? Jai Kumari, Kishori Mataji, and Komal Kundanani, right? Now group 6. Lakshmi Mataji, Mehak Mulani, Nena Kundanani. Group 6. And we can add group 6 Poonam also. Good. Wow. She's talking and saying yes also. Group 7. Prachi Mataji, Roshni Mataji. I lost some. Now because people are changing and I can see that. Everyone else is group 7, right? Okay. Everyone else is group 7.
Okay.
So who are not counted yet, they speak out their name. Prachi I can see, Roshni I can see, Damni is there. And
Yes, Prabhu.
Damni is there. Who else is there not? Who else is not there? I don't know. Everyone else is group 7.
Prabhuji, Riya.
Riya,
Shobha.
Prabhuji, Varsha.
Rosha. So we can have 5 people in the group then. It's okay. We can have 5 groups. And for group 7, the task is the principle number 20. For group 6, 16 to 18. So with names, I think whatever way you organize, with names, you should mention in the WhatsApp group. These are your group number. These are your principles you have to prepare on. And chapter 7, there is elaboration on the principles. You read that section of your principles and tell us the important points. Choose one of the representative from your group who will speak on your group behalf of your group. Sorry, same again. Okay. You have to have one spokesperson from your group.
Prabhuji, I am in group 4.
You asked Krishna P. Madhuri. I was just telling and she was writing.
Yeah, in group.
Or Krishna P. Madhuri, if you still need to make any changes, because suppose if there are 5 members in group 7, so you can adjust in one of the group. But you let the people know in the WhatsApp. So you all check in the WhatsApp group, at least your group members. So you have to come prepared tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last class. And I would like you to speak and elaborate on those principles. So tomorrow is a class. I'll just relax and then enjoy your speaking on Krishna. So let everyone to know their groups. Any questions so far? So we are not creating any breakouts room now.
प्रभु सिंधी में करे सको ना
Sindhi में करे सकते हाँ Sindhi में क्यों?
No,
Sindhi and English
Prabhuji.
allowed. No Hindi. Sindhi and English allowed. Prefer if everything can be in Sindhi. I'll love that. I love that. If you can speak in Sindhi only, that could be the day like finale. Okay. So no language bars, Sindhi or English. Done. Any questions so far? Any comment?
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Please.
2 minutes. Prabhuji, I have a question that you mentioned like when we sit in a like devotional service does not require any kind of purity. And when you were talking about preaching, you said that when we give classes, we said to the devotees that usually bhakt log kehte hain that we need some kind of purification. But in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is mentioned that we should be in the position of Srila Sukadeva Goswami. So isn't it contradictory for a sadhaka?
What do you read in the Bhagavatam? We should be on the position of Sutta Goswami, like Sutta Goswami.
No, not like Shukadev Goswami, because when we are sitting on the Vyasasana, we should like I don't remember the exact lines of the purport given by Prabhupada in the translation, but it is just like that we should be like the person who's sitting on the Vyasadev is in the position of a
Representative
Vyasasana.
of
Yeah,
Vyasadeva.
representative. Yes, representative.
Obviously, when somebody is given a chance to speak according to SCON standards, obviously he must have some purity. That's how the authorities are asking him to give a class. So basically, it's not that I want to give a class. I want to be a preacher. You are authorized to be a preacher. You are empowered for that preaching task. If somebody is asking you to give a class, some senior devotee because they are seeing some potentials in you, and or they're empowering you with that. So one must take that opportunity. If that is not that I want to become a star preacher, I want to give classes. Getting an idea. So representative means he executes his service on the instruction and guidance of his authorities, spiritual authorities. Okay.
Got
Hare
it,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Any other
Prabhuji.
thing? So Hitika Mataji, you know your group now? You came late for the class. Oh, good. So let's end this class, and I hope in your time you'll discuss with your group members, and we'll have a substantial discussion tomorrow on these principles. Hare Krishna. Wish you all the best, and please come prepared tomorrow. Everyone has to have some spokesperson to speak, otherwise those qualities will be like blank. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
It's Chris Rasaal Prabhu ki jai.
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.